Relationships evolve. Everything is always changing, always evolving. People change, we grow, and our needs grow. Our health needs, our financial needs, our familial needs change, and our relationship needs change. This is important to understand, especially because we expect, and in most cases anticipate, times that our health and financial needs will evolve. But we don't like to think that our relationships will change. We cling tight to that tingly feeling that we used to get from that special person in our lives, hoping that it will never fade, and then pray that things will one day return to how they used to be when the feelings fade. We lose sight of that business client that has brought us business for so many years because we believe that what once worked, what used to consistently earn their business, should remain good enough as far as we're concerned, shouldn't it? And then on to the next client. We look for that sweet spot at work to find that good balance of getting as much done with as little effort as possible, bringing less and less value to work as we go through the motions, only to be awakened from that dream when we find out that our job duties are being realigned, or even worse, found redundant. And probably the best illustration that I can provide you is for those of us with children. Every day we are reminded of those wonderfully beautiful times when our children were young and things were simple. Their little faces were so cute and they didn't talk back. They followed our advice and direction, or at least they had to, and they were eager to please us as parents. And for those of us with parents of children that are growing older or already adults, we get to see firsthand how a child's needs change, how their wants and desires change too, how our relationships with them evolve as they evolve. Even as they grow to become adults, or even as teenagers, we can easily see them in our mind's eye as that little girl or boy staring at us with wonder and amazement, saying, "I love you, Daddy." But that's not who they are today. And there's absolutely nothing wrong with this unless you fail to adapt, to change, to evolve with the relationship. You have to embrace the notion that your relationships will constantly change and evolve, and even anticipate potential change so that the relationship remains strong. Clinging to the past and resisting today's reality is a quick road to frustration and disappointment, and in many cases, heartache. And again, there's nothing wrong with reminiscing or celebrating beautiful moments or coming to a joy-filled appreciation of what is happening right now in your life, and perhaps even reflecting on your relationship to bring back some of those wonderful things that you used to do together as to reignite some of that old magic. Those are all beautiful and necessary. What I'm talking about is when you ignore the present, wishing it was the past, to a point that you neglect the current needs of the relationship, causing it to deteriorate. In business, we see this clearly when we take a look at how Amazon has replaced Sears, the once all-powerful mail order giant. We still buy things to be delivered right to our doorstep after so many years, but the way we go about it has evolved. Sears pioneered their catalog process and then hung on for dear life, whereas Amazon built on that idea and created new and innovative ways of engaging the customer to build and grow relationships as technology evolved. We saw this again and again with companies like Netflix and Blockbuster, Uber versus taxi cabs, and even Apple versus BlackBerry when the iPhone was introduced. Take a long look at all of the important relationships in your life, both personal and professional, and ask yourself the following questions. Who are they? How did I first gain or earn or grow that relationship? How has it evolved or changed since then? What are their current needs? Where am I falling short at meeting those needs? What changes do we anticipate or foresee in the future? When was the last time that I thanked them to show appreciation for our relationship and what they mean in our lives? Go do this as soon as possible and revisit these same questions often. You'll find out so much, and what you learn can be used to enrich and deepen them all.